Good afternoon, this is Sean Golding with Golding & Golding, here to discuss the basics of an IRS penalty notice, tax audit, or soft letter. This is a follow-up to an article that we had written a few weeks back. So, not all IRS notices are the same, okay? Getting anything from the IRS is no fun unless it's your refund check, right? But most of the time the IRS notices they're just no fun. Most of the time they're time sensitive, and generally they require some action, especially if it's a penalty notice or a tax audit notice, right? Soft letter we'll get into, not really, it doesn't generally require an immediate response to the IRS. It may make you get up and do a little due diligence on your own, but you don't necessarily have to respond. There's been a lot of those lately. What we've been seeing in our neck of the woods, a lot of cryptocurrency 6173 and 6174, as well as soft letters regarding Form 8938, either inaccurate filing or just not being filed. So what are the three common types of communications you get from the IRS, right? One is a penalty notice. Lots of different types of penalty notice. We do offshore here, international. For the most part, that's going to be a CP15 notice. Issues like 3520, 3520A, 5471, 8621, things like foreign investments, foreign corporations, foreign gifts and trusts. Tax auditor examination, nobody wants one of those, right? You normally get a notice in the mail saying that you've been selected for audit. That audit may be a paper or correspondence audit where you just go back and forth by paper. Otherwise, it could be in person, it could be at a business, it could be virtual. Also is the soft letter like we just mentioned. A soft letter is basically just a notice like, hey, we have the IRS, we have some records showing that you may owe some money, or you had some cryptocurrency that exchange that you didn't report, or your bank reported you have these accounts, you didn't report, or you only reported these accounts, these values seem inaccurate, etc. So why don't you go back and double check, taxpayer, and then follow up if we're incorrect. So what are some of the common responses, right? When you get a penalty notice, the most important thing is, in order to utilize some of the tools that the IRS allows, appeals, collection due process, collection appeal notices, procedures, time sensitive, right? So it's important if you get one of these notices, especially like a CP15 notice, generally you have 30 days to respond. Now, if you don't respond, there's always alternative routes to go. Maybe you get to tax court faster if that's something you want to consider. If it's the type of penalty, you can go to tax court, like with an F-bar, you normally cannot. Or if you want to, try to get a notice or a notice of levy from the IRS, it could be nerve-wracking, but it might get you to the collection due process faster, which also gets you in front of a settlement officer faster. That's one thing to consider. So just because you missed the timeline doesn't mean you're stranded. At the same time, it normally benefits you to go through the process within the timeline that the IRS provides. IRS Audit Notice. Generally, you have to respond when they tell you. If you don't, you'll start getting follow-up letters. If you don't respond over a significant amount of time, you'll probably just get assessed a penalty. Now, when that happens, it's odd, because when that happens, that means you haven't participated in defending yourself in an audit, for example, or providing any information. You can normally use that to get IRS audit reconsideration and other kind of less commonly known tools that may help you restart the clock, get another opportunity to bring your matter before the IRS. Soft letter, just due diligence, whatever is mentioned in the soft letter, double check it, see if they have, the IRS gets it wrong lots of times. They're not perfect. I mean, we've done plenty of audits here at the end of the day where you get what's called an NC, which is a no change letter, just a waste of everyone's time. If you're out of compliance and you're worried about any of this happening to you, you may want to consider offshore disclosure. The IRS has developed several different amnesty programs. Voluntary disclosure, or VDP, if you're willful or you can't certify under penalty of perjury that you're non-willful. Streamlined filing compliance procedures, reasonable cause delinquency procedures, and some others. We have lots of free information available on our main websites. You can always reach out and schedule a reduced fee initial consultation if you think it's appropriate. Again, my name is Sean Golding with Golding & Golding. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.